Hi. I said hi to you.
Hello.
I know. I'm Ryan McChesney, writer and star of the movie The Campaigners, and I'm here with.
Brad Best, the co-writer of The Campaigners.
And well, what we're doing right now is we're going to take time while we're doing laundry to answer some fan mail about the movie The Campaigners, which is in post-production right now and is much anticipated release. Hopefully is at the beginning of next year. So let's just go ahead and get started with, we've had a lot of people write into us questions, and so we're going to take time now to answer them. And our first question comes from SkippyMan33319. Writes, what is your stance on the issue of crime in the city?
I don't have one.
Yeah, I don't have a stance on crime in the city. That's about it. Lawrence L34 writes, how does the ancient alien theory affect the campaigners?
Well, it does very much. It has a lot of influence on it. Now, briefly, I'll give you a brief history of it. The ancient alien astronaut theory is that man was guided throughout different points of history and taught by aliens that came down, taught us mathematics, philosophy, beliefs, agriculture, architecture, all the good stuff. They taught us all the good stuff so we could be where we're at today. Now, in the campaigners, how this can tie into the campaigners, and I know it influenced a lot of my writing.
Mine too.
Is that Lucas is the metaphor for typical human, okay? He don't know what he wants to run for office, but he just don't know how to get there. So here comes Lathrop and Willard, who are the aliens. They're the outside influence to guide him in the right path so he can get to where he needs to be.
There you have it. There you have it. Next question. Kyle H66 writes, what movies would you compare the campaigners to?
West Side Story?
For me, it would be The Birth of a Nation.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So I think we all
That's a good one.
we can both agree that probably
Yeah.
we compare this movie to The Birth of a Nation. Yeah, I think it's perfect.
Yeah, that's the perfect fit. This one comes from Clifton P55. What actors influence you for the role in the movie? Howie Mondale.
Okay, first off, you weren't in the movie.
Well,
You didn't act in the movie. What?
well, that's true, but I'm going to reword that slightly and
No, you're not.
reinterpret it and say.
No, you can't reword it.
Well,
It's how.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
I'll just say what actor influenced my writing
Okay.
style instead of what actor influenced the role.
Okay. No, I'll answer this. What actor influenced me for the role in this movie? Howie Mandel. I mean, you took my whatever. Yeah, you can't just like reword it.
Sure you
Because
can.
no, you can't. You weren't in the movie.
Well, it's
And Howie-
just a few changes in the. I mean, it happens all the time.
Does it?
Yeah. Why not?
I don't think so. But I think what we can agree on is that Howie Mandel had a huge influence on us with the making of this movie.
Yeah. His comedic style is just genius.
Yeah, but again, you weren't actually in the movie. Okay. Next question. Jdog12 writes, who is your favorite politician?
Well, for me, I gotta say it's Jesse Ventura. I mean, even after his political tenure in Minnesota, I mean, he's still a big name. He got that show on TV, The Conspiracy Theory, and it really brings to light how our government works together. And like I say, he also influenced me on my writing style, because once you see the movie, you'll see a lot of the hidden conspiracies going on in there that can be, you know. I can't say what they are though because it would give away what happens in the movie.
For me, I'm gonna go ahead and say Walter Mondale, mainly because he got beat by Reagan so bad in the '84 election, and also.
I thought you'd say that guy that ran for the in 1988 against George Bush. What was his name?
Michael Dukakis.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
was
guys like Dukakis, geniuses like Mondale, and John Ashcroft, who has a big influence on this movie. John Ashcroft, those are probably my favorite politicians, mainly because they each lost, and they each got it handed to them on a plate, and they influenced me, especially like with the writing of this movie, because I wanted to write the viewpoint of a politician who loses incredibly, incredibly, incredibly bad. And they had a huge influence on it. And John Ashcroft lost to a dead guy in the 2000 election for our senatorial race. Remember that? In Missouri.
Remember that?
So, yeah. And I'm not going to give away, too much of it because, you know, I've already said too much. Let's just say that. Smoky Girl 1324 writes,
What would you do if elected mayor? Oh,
Next question. Lotta Mama 44 writes, who is your favorite musical artist?
Well, can we assume they mean band or just solo artist or?
Wow, you can assume whatever. Go ahead, you can assume whatever. I'm still thinking about mine. I've got like 15 of them that are just
A lot of good ones. That's for sure. I would say though, Off Kilter would be the one I'd have to pick. Not a.
I would say, and I speak for Brad and I, that we listen to a lot of, we both listen to a lot of Celtic Women, especially their new Christmas album they have coming out. We're very influenced by that, and their harmonies and their style, and we really enjoy their music. So
Enjoyed a lot. It's really good stuff.
It's really good. El Dummo 3901 writes.
That's a clever name.
Yeah, right. Who is it that keeps demanding colder and colder drinks?
Well, I think everybody should.
Yeah, I do. I like colder drinks. Do you?
I do too.
But every once in a while, I like a hot drink.
Yeah, hot tea or
Coffee
cider. Every once in a while for me. Yeah, I drink a lot of coffee.
But I'm not above going into a convenience store and demanding a colder drink than what they have.
Or more ice.
Yeah, or more ice. I'm not above that. Firefighter Bob 77 writes.
Have you ever been fired from a job before? No, I have not personally been fired from a job.
But I haven't. But we do know of somebody. His name is Kyle Hopkins.
And this guy got fired. No, you're gonna have to tell it because you witnessed this personally.
Yeah, he was actually sitting right there, and something happened where he didn't actually. He was misscheduled for a job because he was working at PetSmart at the time, the retail store, and he was scheduled for that night, and he didn't think he was, so he called in, and the boss said, "You're scheduled for tonight." And Kyle goes, "No, I'm not. You blankety blank blank blank. So you could go blank blank with a blank blank.
In the blank blank.
And take it in the blank blank over to the blank blank, right around the blank blank, and then come back with a blank blank."
It was bad. It even made a sailor blush how bad he went on.
Yeah. I mean...
But the funny thing is, not only did he say that in person, but when he showed up to get his check,
yeah, the guy was there.
The guy was fuming. He wanted to go a couple rounds with him.
He did one of these things.
You gotta understand, our friend's not
He's not a fighter. He's not physically fit at all.
Hell,
He looks like I would say he looks like an older Richard Dreyfuss. He's
much older.
He's 30,
Much
but
older.
yeah.
Right.
So he's
Richard
not in.
Dreyfuss was near 80. That's what he looked
Yeah.
like.
He's not in any condition to fight, and so it was it was a very awkward instance for me right here, as because I was watching TV and all of a sudden I hear this commotion going on where he just quit his job, and so it was weird. It was bizarre. Okay, so that's it for our questions. And if you have any more questions, please visit our website. Write to us. Our email is thecampaignersmovie@gmail.com. Write us, send us a Facebook message, like us on Facebook at The Campaigners, on Facebook, The Campaigners Movie. Much funnier than that Will Ferrell movie, I think.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
So, do that.
And also,
stay in touch.
yes, and also check out the works of Richard C. Hoagland if you want to learn more about where my ideas were inspired by.
Yeah, The Conspiracy Theorist. Check it out, right?
Check it out. Check it out.
It's very influential to this movie, and we appreciate all your support. Thank you.
Good evening.